And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Getting Sports with the Drunk. Red Baron here, joined by... Nope.
The Souls Mock Massey.
Yes, the Souls Mock Massey. Riddler will be joining us in just a moment. But yeah, we're here. We're here. Show 302 or something like that. But yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter what number we're on.
Right. The numbers are all made up.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
And the points do not matter.
Oh, but the points do matter, Kyle. The points do matter. You know why?
Oh my fucking god.
What?
Oh my fucking god. Joey Votto hit a home run.
Well, after all, at the time of this recording, it's his return. And nothing is more romantic than baseball. Anytime I've probably told this story on the air before, but it was at the end of I don't know what year it was, but it was the end of oh my god, what can I think of the name of the catcher who was
it was the end of the world,
yes.
and you know it.
And the catcher on the Yankees forever.
Posada?
Yes, Jorge Posada. It was Yankees Mets. He was like struggling really bad. He was actually like benched, and it was like his first game back as a starter, and the guy like hits a grand slam versus the Mets, like in his first at bat, and it pissed me off to no end because just like the deal they made about like his career to that point, and oh god, it happens in baseball all the time. And we just, with Votto, it just happened. Very annoying stuff.
I hate Votto so much. Yeah, Austin Gomber's the worst fucking pitcher in baseball.
All right, well, he's going to take that personally. I know you said off air, not drinking anything, correct?
Yeah, I'm drinking water.
It's the Riddler.
Hello. He's not here.
Oh, he's here.
Oh, hello.
He's here and better than ever.
Sorry for being tardy.
No, not at all. In fact, we literally just started. We were just doing our starting lineups.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Kyle was batching on Joey Votto.
That's fair.
And we were just talking about
he just hit a home run.
Quickly how...
That guy looks like a hard-boiled egg.
We were talking about how romantic baseball is, and I told my Jorge Posada hitting a grand slam versus the Mets and just pissing me off.
Jorge Posada.
Guy's a real rat bastard. And now that Mock's on the air, we could agree that he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
He doesn't.
The best part is when people aren't on the show and they can't defend themselves. That's the best part about this show.
So are you telling me that we're about to do 2 hours of just shitting on the Giants?
Oh man, I mean we've done it before, and we should do it again.
I think you could spin for an hour about Jeter being bad defensively.
Yeah.
All right, cool, and then we'll just round out the other hour with Tim Tebow not being a good quarterback, and then we'll just round it up by dumping on Achy Breaky Hurt.
The song does suck.
No, it's a good song, but Walking in Memphis is also a good song.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But the Baha Men song is not good.
That's fine. It's a preference.
Is it catchy? Yes. Does it make me mad? Also, yes.
Paul, you drinking anything?
End of the world, and you know it.
What, Kendall?
Are you drinking anything?
Cyanide.
Ooh, in a capsule or a liquid form?
Cloth.
Cyanide cloth.
No, I'm actually I no Bev tonight. It's been a long day.
I got
Still
you.
got some stuff I got to do after we record, so I didn't want to get too sleepy too fast.
I feel that. I am having from the Kendall collection a San Giuseppe Cool Sweet Red. This is wine I got from my day at Connoisseur. I still have many bottles, and I know what this tastes like, but I'll give my review after. I'll give you a quick preview. Don't waste your time and money on this.
Kendall, you should just take that wine for the next family gathering and make sangria.
Yeah, it's actually a really good idea. I never considered
Your dad
that.
will drink 40 glasses of it.
Yeah.
Your Uncle Tom will drink 40 glasses of it.
I probably have like 10 or 12 bottles left.
Yeah, so just make sangria in your bathtub at Christmas.
Oh, could you imagine? Like, all right, guys, I made sangria. Just come in this other room real quick.
And then while they're drinking it, you can say, "I've shit in this bowl."
You taste that? That's the secret ingredient.
Or Fairchild just got a hit.
Who?
Morgan Fairchild.
Exactly.
Um,
Stuart Fairchild, this Asian dude.
any toast of excellence?
I have one.
What you got there, guy?
I'm not going to tell you though.
A secret. I like it.
No, it's too hold on, I gotta pull up. I'm blanking on the guy's name. Where is it? Sorry. Suspense is killing you, I know.
Dun, dun, dun.
So my toast of excellence to Bruce Cassidy, who is the head coach of the Golden Knights, Stanley Cup champion Golden Knights.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that I'm toasting him is that Game 5 was a Stanley Cup clinching game for them, and he benched his entire starting lineup in order to start forwards Riley Smith, William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchessault, and defenseman. So the starting five of Riley Smith, William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchessault, Braden McNabb, and Shea Thor as forwards and defense. And the reason for that is that those are the only 5 members of the Golden Knights that were picked when the team originally expanded in 2017.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it was labeled labeled the Golden Misfits.
And then, like, they put a huge hurting on Florida.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty bad 10-game stretch for South Beach.
Yeah. It's funny. That's a good point. It's like that whole Philadelphia thing from last year.
Yeah, and then so that'll segue into my other 2 toast of excellence is to the Denver Nuggets for not only winning the NBA championship, but securing the first title in franchise history, and for the Vegas Golden Knights for, again, not only winning the Stanley Cup, but winning the first Stanley Cup in franchise history. And I don't know, I'd have to look it up, but I wonder if, in terms of like the recent like era, like past 30 years or so, I wonder if they might be the fastest expansion team to do it. Oh, no, that's not. I mean, expansion team they might be. They're not the fastest new team, because the year after Hartford went to Carolina, the Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup. Because the Hartford Whalers were moved to and became the Carolina Hurricanes, and then they won a Stanley Cup the next year.
Oh man, what a kick in the pants!
Yep, it's Cleveland Browns all over again.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Because you don't talk about it on the show.
You're a fucking idiot, Kendall.
Well, I mean that's besides the point.
Brought it up a bunch. You just don't like me.
No,
Fair.
no. I like
Paul doesn't like me.
That's not true, Kyle. Why do you say that? I was really busy.
Because
I couldn't take your phone call. I'm sorry. I was really busy. I opened up a new liquor store today.
Ooh, where?
I'm talking about yesterday, and you never called me back.
Yesterday. When were we on the phone? Oh, when I was getting to my dad's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, the day kind of got derailed. I got home and then some. There was unfortunately a visitor approaching the house for the evening duration, and
I just want to know what you thought, man. That's all I've been trying to figure out.
and you know what? You're right. You've waited long enough, so we'll talk about it after the show.
Oh my god, it's 2 more hours. The suspense is killing me. Well, my toast of excellence is to the Chicago White Sox, by the way.
For
For signing 14-year-old Brady Nelson, who has brain cancer, to an honorary one-day contract.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I thought you were going to say for being closer to first place in their division than they are to 500.
Also hilarious.
Is it?
I think they're like 5 games out of first, but like 11 games back.
Is every team?
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
You guys can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Is every team in the AL Central still below 500, or did that shift?
In the NL Central?
AL Central.
No, the
Twins are over.
Yeah, I think the Twins are like over.
It's one of those things that's amusing, not uncommon. Like that stuff does happen.
Yeah, what's your point, Kendall? The entire AL Central has the same payroll as the Mets. So what's your point?
I was not. It was not a dig. The Mets are playing terrible baseball.
Sounded like you were shitting on my division.
No. I was just. It was something of note.
You know what? That division might be so shitty, but it gives White Sox a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't think it's shitty. It's competitive. I was not. It was not a dig. I don't understand.
It gives them a chance to hang on to all their pieces this year to try to make the playoffs and then get raked in the freaking first series.
Yeah, by Tampa Bay.
More than likely.
I'll give a quick crappy toast of excellence. Kind of talk about baseball players and struggling and whatnot. Daniel Vogelbach playing some subpar ball, hit a home run in his first game back, and Mets went on to lose that game.
Also bad.
What'd you say?
Fuck that guy. He was a bad trade when it happened.
I agree.
Because the guy you traded for him is killing it in Pittsburgh.
Kyle, barking up the wrong tree. I was not for that trade. It made no sense. He's a novelty.
You know what was worse than that trade?
I heard.
You know what was worse than that trade?
What?
The Darren Ruff trade.
Also a really weird move.
Because he went back to San Francisco.
I heard Kendall say, Jason Bay or nothing.
He was also a bad trade.
I'm looking at Jason Bay right now. Son of a bitch.
Well, did you trade for him or did you sign him?
We signed him, I'm pretty sure. We gave him all that money after that season in Boston.
You know what's funny? All you had to do was play for 3 more teams. We would have been happy.
Well, we're close now. We have.
We just need the one guy to come out of retirement.
Which one?
The corner in the NFL.
Oh, I can't even remember what player he is. I know what you're talking about, though.
Paul, you know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, repeat.
The corner that played for pretty much all of our teams, except like I think the Rams.
The corner that played for Artie Burns?
No. Was it R.W. McQuarters?
Yeah, probably. That sounds right. That sucked.
We're close with Allen Robinson right now.
Well, he's had to play for 2 more teams.
I know, but look, he's at the point in his career now that he may sign like 2 more one-year deals, and it could be with the Giants and Saints.
It's going to piss me off. It's like the Saints and the Jets.
For like a novelty, to all have a jersey from our teams with the same guy.
There's got to be a Smith that played for all of our teams.
Yeah, but it's got to be the same Smith.
We can make it up.
Just for the novelty to wear our jerseys out in public and for no one to get it. Just the whole time I was explaining to people what we're doing and like, oh, that's cool. So yeah, that's our toasts.
Yeah.
I have more Toast of Excellence.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have Toast of Excellence. It's to Kyle Souls for recommending a good YouTube channel watch.
What would that be?
Yeah, I'll find out later which one it is.
Yeah, Kyle got it. Kyle learned it pretty quick. He recommended two YouTube channels, but I won't give him which one I like, which one I don't.
The Mustache Bros is so good. Henry should get on that one.
What's it called?
Mustache Bros.
It's called the Mind Your Own Damn Business, Kendall.
Listen, I'm genuinely interested.
Yeah.
We talk about wrestling.
Yeah, and telling me that my division shit.
No. And I just wanted to, be
Kyle,
known that
Did you hear him shit on my division, Kyle?
Yes. Dude, stop spinning that fucking bullshit.
I asked a question. I didn't know. And I've taken all recommendations given to me, TV show otherwise, and for the most part, I've enjoyed them all. So I am very appreciative for any,
Yeah, but to be fair, Kendall, and you can't even get mad at this one.
To be fair,
you take the recommendations in 8 to 12 months after they've been made.
I am a little slow to the punch. I admit it. But when I do get to it, I traditionally enjoy it.
Yeah, Dodger films.
Yeah, too bad Ted Lasso sucks.
We're actually on our third watch through right now. We've already made it to season 3 again.
How can you rewatch a series that you just watched?
It's because of Rebecca, and the thing is, I don't care enough because I'm just gonna play on my phone anyway. So it's just background noise.
Hey, Paul.
Let me put something on TV so that Rebecca doesn't notice what I'm searching.
Hey, Paul.
Kyle?
Andy's having a child.
You're still watching this?
Yeah, I watch it all the time.
Does he still dust
Gabe
off?
Yeah, Benny does. Gabe's going to college.
Who is? Oh, Gabe. Is Sierra still on it?
Yeah, she's still hanging around.
Yeah. What about Shortsy?
Yeah, he's there.
Somebody random.
Hershey's huge.
Who is?
Hershey.
Oh, Jesus.
He's like 6'2" now.
Kendall's like, this is not good radio.
Paul, I have your trivia question, but did you want to give me the best thing that happened to you this weekend?
No, because I wouldn't be part of the trivia question.
You can be part of the trivia question.
Best thing that happened to me this weekend. What happened to me this weekend? What did I do Friday?
Didn't answer my phone call.
No, I answered all your phone calls. I just told you that I'd call you back and then not return the call.
That's fair.
What did I do Friday? I don't remember what I did Friday.
You were playing disc golf.
I played that. That was Saturday. Because Saturday I had a pretty to myself day, which was kind of nice. It's kind of like an R&R. I haven't had one in 4 weeks.
Where'd you play?
I played Lufberry, shot -4.
There you go.
Had a pretty good round. 6 birdies, 2 bogeys.
Did you get hit by did it rain like crazy by you or not really?
It didn't rain Saturday at all.
Yeah, I got rain down here pretty good.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fucking moat for you, bitch.
Yeah, but it's not 100 miles away. It's fairly close.
It's 45 miles away.
It isn't.
The best thing that happened to me this weekend was just Saturday. Saturday was just the best thing that happened to me. Saturday was just a good day. It was an R&R day. I took Amelia to Target in the morning to get gifts for a birthday party she was going to. I found the 2 new Jurassic Park Funko Pops, so I bought those at Target, which was cool because they added 2 more to the set. Now I have a complete set again. Played the best round of disc golf I've played in a long time, and then got home and found out that I got a new bike.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle? What was the best thing that happened to you this weekend?
Nothing.
Nice.
I worked all weekend.
Did you have any good dreams?
Good dreams?
Yeah.
No, I almost had a nightmare though.
Almost.
Yeah. How do you almost have a nightmare?
Because it was about like these two like people knocking on my window, and then I woke up.
I thought the night would be more along the lines of like I was 1 out away from a perfect game, and I was going to call Paul, but then I thought, better not.
I just like that. Like I was picturing Kyle like, oh wait a minute, I'm about to have a nightmare. No, dreams, not today.
I tell you what, that's kind of like the best thing, Kyle. I mean, you were able to outmaneuver your psyche.
Exactly.
I mean, you outsmarted your subconscious. You subconscioused your subconscious.
If anybody can do it, it's me.
The guy can't.
I gotta tell you, Kyle might be the smartest human being on the planet.
I was just about to say, the guy can't burp, but he can control his dreams. And if that doesn't piss you off.
Kendall, what was the best thing to you this week?
I'll give you best thing and worst thing. Best thing
that you got really drunk with some ducks.
If only. No, just people came over on Sunday. It was glad I hadn't seen like my cousins in a while, so it was kind of like a surprise. They came down. We had like a cookout and whatnot. So it was nice to see them.
Tatum also ignored a phone call from me.
I responded.
Exactly. See?
No
phone call back, though.
I talked to you that morning.
Yeah, you said I was a bitch.
I didn't. When have I ever said that to you?
Like 5 times.
Maybe. Worst thing, and I did it to myself. I went to the Burger King in Milford, which is on record is very bad. And I went there. I gave my order. They ordered onion rings. I got my order. The thing. I drove to the parking lot to check. Didn't have the onion rings. I had to get out of my car. I should have just went inside the building in the first place.
Went to Burger King. Ordered. They repeated back a McDonald's order. Got a Wendy's.
Hey, just saying. Just stop going to different Burger Kings. Just make the trip to one.
You are absolutely right, and it's my fault. My fault for what it was. I just didn't want McDonald's. That's all it was. I didn't want McDonald's, and I knew to appease other people in this house, like, well, Burger King would be the second option.
Kyle, do you think it's because he doesn't want to see you, so he doesn't come up here?
Exactly.
No. Look.
He said I'm a bitch, so.
It was the 5th time that happened.
All I can really hope for is that one day this podcast makes it big, and like everybody refers to Kendall as like the guy that everyone's mean to, but they're like on board for it.
Oh yeah. I've said this probably a million times, but the times that my boss is listening to the show, he's like, man, these guys just roast you. Just show and show out. I said, yeah.
All facts are spoken, though. That's the thing.
Hey.
It's only facts that are spoken.
Yeah, if your boss comes at you one more time with that nonsense, tell me he's going to get F5'd.
All right. It's on record now. Soul's just going to hit him with the F5.
I mean, just your bosses are lucky that we don't talk about the freaking drug use on the job. Could you imagine?
I almost spit out this terrible wine.
Imagine getting a phone call from Rebecca like, you got him fired. No, Rebecca.
He got himself fired.
The lines of coke got him fired. Truth set him free.
But yeah, all right, so Paul, I have your trivia question. And Souls.
All right.
And Souls. All right.
Go ahead.
This is about the United Center. All right. According to Wikipedia, the United Center can seat 19,717 people for a hockey game, 20,917 for a basketball game. How many people within 5,000 can they sit for a concert?
Can I have the number for a basketball game again?
20,917.
All right, so
2,614.
No, it's going to be bigger than a basketball game, Kyle.
Yeah, it's 22,000.
Oh, I thought you said 2,000.
I also thought that.
22,614.
24,000. Because a basketball court doesn't take up that much room, but you figure there's a lot of standing fans by the stage, and then like the tunnels get blocked off where like the players come out of and whatnot.
We're not going to do any of this Price is Right nonsense because, Paul, you were essentially on the money. 23,500.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So you're saying I suck ass?
No, but I'm just saying, like, for a flat
That's
number.
what you just said.
I've been one of those 23,000. I've been to a concert at the United Center.
What'd you see?
Oh, Paul, I got to talk about this guy real quick.
Norm Greenbaum.
Norm Greenbaum.
So this guy's name is fucking Coco Montes. Okay.
Nice.
He wears a. Hold on.
It's like,
he wears one batting glove.
Okay.
And there's no bottom to the batting glove.
So it's the opposite of a fingerless glove.
Exactly.
It's just fingers.
And a thumb guard.
Oh, I love the thumb guard.
And he's trash.
I'd like to think that right before he gets up to an at bat, he looks at the catcher and goes, "This is some strong hand."
Yeah, he sucks too. He struck out. They hit bases loaded with nobody out and back-to-back strikeouts.
Nice.
Why am I watching the Red Rockies? I don't know.
I can't watch any TV because Samantha and Amelia lost the remote to the Fire Stick.
Gotta love it.
That's terrible.
I have turned this house upside down twice. And
I know where it is.
Where is it, Kyle?
It's in Amelia's room.
Nah, looked.
Did you look inside her blankets that Samantha shoved away?
Yeah, I did, Kyle, actually. I took everything out of her room.
That sounds terrible.
The only place I look yet is my pocket. Oh my God.
Hey, the Mass joined us.
Who did?
The Mass.
It's the Mass. It's the Mass. It's the Mass.
Curtis?
Gross. Don't ever call me that again.
The Mass was working.
There he is.
Christopher.
The Heartless Warrior.
And how funny would it have been if Massey joined us? But like it was Mock's voice. That was so funny.
Secret hangout.
Mock's running his paper for him.
Imagine that.
All right, Kendall.
Yes.
You ready for your question?
I'm ready.
As of June 2nd, 2023, what is it's an estimated number, but I'll get within 500. How many different designs of Funko Pop figures has the Funko Pop company created?
My God, I am so terrible at this type of
brands?
stuff.
What?
Is that brands?
It's how many different designs of pop figures has the Funko Pop company produced as of June 2nd, 2023. And it says it's an approximation number, so I'm just going to go based off of this approximation number.
I can't wait to be nowhere even close. All right.
We'll be a celebrity. Kevin, go ahead and guess, and I'll tell you if you're in range or not.
All right. So I mean, my right out of the gate, my guess was in like the 30,000 range.
You're probably a little high.
All right. So I'm going to shave it a little bit. Let's go with
40,000.
22,300. All I'm saying is that I go to the store and there's a lot of them.
I still think you're high, but go for it.
All right. Lock it in. 22.3.
According to this article, the correct answer is 13,741.
No.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So you have to do a shot, and Kyle gets $100 of your money.
Well, that checks out.
Matthew, you missed.
Matt, you want to hear something cool?
Is it going to be the same thing that you told us?
Yeah, I'm going to tell Master the same thing.
Matthew, listen to this bullshit.
So I started to have a nightmare, and I just woke up and stopped it.
Am I supposed to be giving you applause?
Matthew, what do you mean? Yes, you're supposed to give him an applause. This guy, in his dream, realized he was having a nightmare and went, nope, woke up.
Oh, he didn't explain that very well.
This guy was having a dream, started turning into a nightmare, and just went, now we're all set with this. I'm going to wake up now.
Just
burp, but he out subconscious, his subconscious.
Literally, if anybody
is overly social and struggles with hygiene.
So,
what if we have a pass, punt, and kick competition with the baby?
Like
door open while the car is running. You have to be in blue jeans with no shirt and taped up hands.
Light a cigarette, take one drag out of it, and throw it on the ground.
You just got to show up to Kendall's house, just go back to living life the way it was. But if you win, you get all the llama nicknames. More important,
so I feel pretty confident.
And I want to tell you this right now, Kendall. Your collection, it's not extensive. It's just 4,000 copies of the same 20 photos.
There's a lot of repeats. I will agree. I will concede.
The word you were looking for is concede.
Yeah, concede. But
I remember the first time I ever asked Kendall, "Why do you have 5 of these?" Oh, you never know if an account's going to get deleted.
Yeah, I mean that happened early on.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Early on in my cultivation, I lost some good stuff.
But like, I don't know. But like, the things that he's looking for, they're just everywhere on the internet.
So I mean, you're not wrong either. So
it's not like he saved like a specific recipe for like an acai bowl.
I mean,
wasabi bowl.
It's an obsession.
Kendall, would you eat a wasabi bowl?
What do I have to do?
Would you eat a wasabi bowl?
I mean, I don't really know what that is. I don't know what wasabi is.
Sounds like about time, whatever it is.
Do you know what wasabi is?
It's a seasoning, right?
No, it's like a spicy green paste.
I just remember the wasabi peas, but I just thought it was a seasoning.
No, it's. I don't know if seasoning is the right word.
No, condiment.
Yeah, it's more of a condiment.
So
it's spicy.
So, oh my God! Could you imagine?
Oh, how's your gout?
How's my gout?
Yeah.
Oh, it's better. I played around at disc golf on Saturday. It was started to feel a little dicey on like hole 16, but once I got done, I took the much better these days. Thank you for asking. Nobody asks about the gout, Matt. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, bud.
Kendall has never asked me about the gout.
Man,
Kyle might have asked me about the gout, but I don't return his phone calls.
Yep. He's got a point,
So I can't blame Kyle for not giving him, he was never given the opportunity. Kendall's had opportunities.
Kyle, I'm going to ask you to turn down your TV.
Is it what?
Oh, I can hear it.
Yeah, like I can't. So who the fuck cares about you?
Oh God, this guy's funny.
That's a good response. That was a good response, Kyle. Yeah, I can hear your TV. Yeah, well, I can't. All right, so Kyle, I think the move is now what you do is just leave your phone in your room and then come to one of our houses and listen to your TV through our phone.
Yeah. You guys want to watch Rockies Reds with me?
Yeah. No, I want to listen.
One of my favorite things about staying at Kyle's house is sleeping on his floor and the TV volume at 96.
What do you want from me? Hey, Coco Montes moved to short. Just letting you guys know.
Nice. Do you have a palmless glove?
I don't know. Moustakis is at third, though, so the left side of the infield is probably trash.
Yeah. So, hey, Kyle, I have a question for you.
Yeah, I got an answer.
All right. So, Adam Silver recently stated that, I think it was after next season, the NBA is going to be looking into expanding.
Mm-hmm.
from 30 teams to 32 teams.
Yeah.
So, I know there's going to be a lot of options and whatnot, but I think the answer is pretty simple, right? You just move the New Orleans Pelicans and the Memphis Grizzlies to the East Coast or to the East Conference, and then you just put a team in Seattle and Vegas, right?
Yeah.
That's just that. I mean, like there's no other option really.
Let's move the Lakers to the East.
That is geographically nonsense.
Yeah. Well, sometimes sports is geographically nonsense.
Yeah, it's true. But I'm saying, like, New Orleans and Memphis are probably the two most eastern teams in the Western Conference. You could make the argument for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, honestly, I would probably move Minnesota instead of New Orleans just because Minnesota is so close to Milwaukee and Chicago, even though it doesn't, and Detroit, even though it doesn't really make a difference because it's really just play everybody. But
I mean, it doesn't really matter because, like,
no, right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're right. But if they're going to keep an Eastern Conference, Western Conference thing, then you move Memphis and you move either Minnesota or New Orleans, and then you give Seattle its team back. You make it a 4-team city, and Vegas is basically proven that it's worthy of basically every franchise. The only thing they're missing at this point is an NBA team. They're going to have an MLB team. They have a
fact about that.
Yeah, they're getting an MLB team. They have a WNBA team that just won a championship. They have an NHL team that just won a championship, and they have a football team that's dog shit.
So funny.
So I think I mean, unless you can give me a different, like, if somebody else can propose a potential other city landing spot besides Vegas and Seattle, I'm all ears. I'd love to hear what people have to say, but I just feel like that's just the recipe for success.
Stock is being an air a third.
I think the only other city would be if the NBA wanted to expand internationally and gave Vancouver a team back.
Vancouver, Seattle? But do you call them the Grizzlies?
That's where it would get tricky because that would be, well, yeah, you make them and then you make them the Memphis Guitars.
I like that actually.
The Memphis Acoustic Sessions.
I think you're right, Paul. That makes kind of the most sense, like city wise. Now, I have a question: would they do like division realignment, or would they just eliminate that and just be like it would just be conference?
Yeah, they'll just throw one team in one division.
Yeah, I mean the problem with the NBA is like the division thing doesn't even matter. So my guess is what they would do is they would just eliminate the divisions, because if they have if they do the 32 teams, that's 16 in each, and 16 is not divisible by 3. So they would either have to make it 4 divisions, which would be dumb because the divisions don't mean anything in basketball,
right?
Or they just eliminate them and you just have 2 16 teams, which would
fucking 12 teams make the fucking playoffs.
Huh?
I mean, 24 teams make the playoffs.
Yeah, Adam Silver sucks.
He's just a player. Fucking.
That's all he is. That's all he is. He's like the kid. He's like the kid in the like the bad group of people. He's like the kid that's the most well behaved that gets the job at the convenience store and feels really bad about looking the other way while his friends rob the place, but still lets him do it. I mean, the only other city I can think of that could potentially warrant getting a basketball team with turnout capital would be St. Louis. Because St. Louis has 2 relevant franchises, 2 moderately successful franchises. They wouldn't have
Pittsburgh.
I don't think basketball would be successful in Pittsburgh.
I mean, they have 3 sports teams.
Huh?
They have 3 sports teams already.
I know, but I don't think Pittsburgh would hold the basketball team. I just don't.
Kyle, would you jump ship for a Pittsburgh NBA team?
No, because I got to keep it I don't hate the Sixers. They just piss me off.
I mean, here's the thing, Kendall. You have a better shot at Kyle jumping from the Steelers to the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, but that is like the outlier, for his fandom.
You have a better chance at him. No, it's not even that. It's just you have a better chance at him leaving the Steelers for the Eagles than you do from him leaving the Phillies to go to the Pirates.
Oh, yeah. I'll never leave my team.
Oh, I totally agree.
Kendall, I think that Kyle would more likely become a Ravens fan than become anything but.
He was speaking very highly of Harbaugh over the weekend, so that kind of checks out.
Yeah, because that guy's a good coach. I'm not going to sit here and deny not to. Fuck.
He's not going to pull a Kendall and say Tom Brady sucks just because he wins.
I never said that.
So,
Kendall, I remember after the Seattle Super Bowl, after the Patriots beat Seattle, you said, "Man, Tom Brady is the most overrated, lucky piece of garbage on the planet." You said, and I quote, "That guy would be nothing without Julian Edelman."
You know what? I take it all back. That's it. Take it all back.
We just sit here. This fucking dude adding 400 again.
Who?
Luis Ariz.
Yeah, that guy's doing pretty good.
He's 5 hits tonight.
Kyle, you know who might actually be a quiet contending city to get an NBA team, though?
Who's that?
Baltimore.
Yeah, I can see that.
You figure that they got the Orioles are starting to bring life back to the city. The Ravens are always passionate. You bring back the Baltimore Bullets.
Or you put another team in New York.
That would be so annoying.
The Long Island sandwiches.
You go to the Sammys game tonight? I'll see you there.
No, what if
There's 3 hockey teams.
Huh?
Isn't there 3 hockey teams in New York?
Yeah, Rangers, Islanders, and the Sabres.
Yeah. Buffalo can get a team.
And basketball wouldn't do well in Buffalo.
Man.
Well, and not that this really matters, but Toronto and Buffalo are pretty close.
Okay.
Okay. I get it. I was just making a point that you guys
Toronto
mentioned.
And Buffalo is Toronto and Buffalo closer than Baltimore and Washington D.C.?
No.
But the only point I was making is I feel like you throw out some good cities that don't have really, it would just be a more interesting fit. That's all I was saying.
Connecticut could get an NBA team.
Connecticut could definitely not get an NBA team.
Come on, put him in Mohegan Sun.
There you go. The NBA Connecticut Moon.
That's
come do the basketball clinic with the moon and the sun.
Hey, nobody cares. It's okay.
Hey, which league? Excuse me. Which league do you think would be most likely to expand to Mexico first?
NFL.
Not ice hockey?
No.
I mean, I think they'd be a close second.
Come on, the Cancun enchiladas.
Oh man.
Hey, what the fuck? Lionel Messi is playing in the MLS now.
Yeah, he's playing for Miami Inter. David Beckham's team.
So this guy just gave up on life.
This dude decided to retire to Miami for getting $750 million and part of Apple's revenue in MLS for the future.
Guys, so he was raking in dough.
He was going to do what Cristiano Ronaldo was going to do, which was go play in Saudi Arabia because they'll just give fucking stupid money to anybody.
He already played in Saudi Arabia, didn't he?
No, he played for whatchamacallit last year. He played for PSG. That's what he was going to do, but then the money that was thrown at him from the MLS and Apple, as Massey said, kind of made it more enticing to come here.
Is he going to have a hat trick every day?
Probably.
I mean, he'll probably do pretty well for himself, yeah.
Didn't David Beckham suck in the MLS?
I mean, most of the pros suck in the MLS, to be honest with you.
Fucking Rocky sucks so bad. Sorry, the Reds just took the lead again.
Nice.
Because of fucking Joey fucking Votto.
Let's see.
Are the Reds pretty good?
Yeah, they're playing pretty well.
David Beckham scored 18 goals in scored 18 goals in 98 matches.
Is that bad?
For him, it is. I mean, when you figure like from like 95 to like 2002, which is like kind of a similar time stretch, he scored like 50 goals. But David Beckham wasn't like a big premier goal scorer for most of his career. He was kind of like an all over the place guy.
Good looking lad.
The real big one was
Pretty a poo.
no, it was Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Still one of my favorite stories of all time.
He played 2 seasons with the. Kyle, he's the guy that you would be thinking Messi would be like. He played 2 seasons with the LA Galaxy, and in 56 games scored 52 goals.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he
Ibrahimovic still has one of my favorite stories in all of sports.
Elaborate.
He got to the Galaxy in his first year. I think it was a couple years ago. Let me make sure this is. I think this is Ibrahimovic.
You're thinking of Landon Donovan.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Big soccer guys here.
Yeah, so it was Ibrahimovic. So,
That made me laugh pretty good, Kyle.
So in 2018, both LeBron and Ibrahimovic got to LA, and LeBron sent Ibrahimovic a signed jersey, so Ibrahimovic signed it and sent it back.
That is pretty funny.
Makes me laugh every time I read it.
I'm just saying, if Mbappe ever gets into the pros, MLS, he'd have 900 goals.
Well, so the thing, Kyle, you got to remember, most of these guys come to the MLS when they're in their like 40s because they are making billions of dollars over in Europe.
Yeah. Mbappe is only like 20. He's got 20 years to figure it out.
He's so good.
He almost be Argentina.
He's like the Victor Wembanyama of soccer.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, it does make me laugh every time someone posts about Victor Wembanyama and shows the highlight of the EuroLeague center just like backing him down, and someone was like, "What is this dude going to do when Joel Embiid starts doing that?"
Nothing. Die.
Guy's going to put the ball through his throat.
He's going to be a good scorer. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, Kyle, do you also think that Victor Wembanyama is just like the actual Chris from Too Hype?
Yes, actually.
Kyle's
I made that reference to myself once.
Yeah, and then he woke up from the dream.
Oh, damn it. Oh.
Got to be quicker than that, Kendall.
Yeah, that was good.
I haven't... Man, Mustakis, you're the reason why they're losing, you dickhead.
Look, I tell you what. Should we start a new segment? Kyle comments on a game no one cares about.
Yeah.
Having Kyle do like extremely colorful commentary on a game no one's watching.
Well, I said it earlier that the left side of that infield is going to be trash, and I wasn't wrong. He made an error, and they got an infield single off of him. I mean, it was a routine fucking ground ball, too. Because, you know, he's 75 now.
sorry, Paul. Were you saying something before Kyle was commentating in the game?
I don't think so.
Oh. I
Hey,
misheard.
I have a question, Kendall.
Yes.
On your thing, it said worst of the 2000s.
Oh, well, that was something I was
Did
gonna.
you mean like? Did you mean like? Yeah. Shut the fuck up when we finish. Did you mean like in general the worst teams, or like teams that like we hated the most?
However we wanted to interpret it. I mean, it was. I mean, I would have loved it if Mock were on because I wanted us to kind of all participate. I mean, we could still do that. It was like I was thinking like a all-decade worst things. You know, teams, players.
There's only one team that belongs in there.
The Chicago
And
Bulls.
that's the Detroit Tigers. They won like 40 games one year.
Yeah, they were bad. Shout out to Jim Leland.
No, shout out to Dimitri Young. Okay, that's who you need to shout out.
Yeah, that guy was pretty bad.
Yeah, so was Randall Simon, but nobody knows who that is.
Although Dimitri Young has a really awesome like picture on, I don't know if it was like his MLB profile or just like his like, I don't know if it's like his baseball card where his afro is so like ridiculous that his hat can't even stay on his head. You know the picture I'm talking
Then he
about?
got skinny, and nobody liked him. Yeah, of course I do. Just saying.
He was bad. What was his brother's
I mean,
name?
the Devil Rays were bad in the beginning.
Yeah,
Hey, Massey.
What?
Would you agree that, like, if you had to, like, somebody that you didn't know, if they were like, oh, could you describe Kendall's sense of humor? Would you say that it was kind of like a watered down Modern Family?
That's very funny.
This is bordering on hurtful.
I crossed the line from being mean to just straight harassment.
Well, I
This
mean,
is pedantic.
do you guys want to do the all decade worst 2000s without Mock? I mean, you know, I think he.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, let's do it. I mean, we have really nothing
He
on.
would just say Carl Pavano. That's all he would say.
So, do you want to do it like draft style? You just want to talk about stuff, or we write it down?
So, like, what are we doing?
We should draft this. We should draft this.
So, teams / players. I was going to do like TV shows, movies, songs, and bands, stuff like that. Just everything from the.
Oh. I mean,
we should draft this.
we should draft it, but I feel like I need more time to like prepare a list.
No. It's funnier when we forget really bad things.
All right, fair. I'm in.
All right. So I mean,
All right.
I was funny that I must have wrote it in the shared file, and Kyle saw. I didn't send the text out because once I wasn't sure if Massey was coming, and Mock said no. I was like, well, we'll just wait on it. But Massey ended up joining, and you know.
So it's
And we were doing this regardless.
What are we doing?
So it's the worst of the 2000s,
Yes.
like 2000 to 2009.
Yep.
Okay.
What are we doing?
We're doing like sports too, or just like other things.
I want to do sports and other like just media stuff.
All right. I have the first pick.
You know what, Paul?
Well,
You
hold
could
on.
have the
That's
first
not
pick.
fair.
I think it's fair.
Not fair.
But he asked. You could have
That
asked.
bastard didn't call me all week.
That's not true. I did call you. I just didn't talk to you about what you wanted me to talk to you about.
That's what I needed the most.
All right, hold on.
I know. You can't say I didn't call you. I did call you.
Massey,
The
real
bastard
you
didn't
didn't-
call me all week.
Nasty.
Hold on.
It's because you would actually you would like one of those channels.
Real quick, Amelia has something she wants to say to Kyle. Go ahead.
If you say the Whopper song, I will go to your house and make you take a bath.
She actually took a bath.
Yeah, not with me.
No, Kyle, you can't take a bath with her. That's just wrong.
That's not what I meant.
She wants me to tell you, Kyle wants me to say, brother.
And your sister, and you're happy with your other. Give me a high five.
Random jam generator. Let's do it.
All right. Here we go.
Wait, did anybody answer Massey when he asked what we're doing?
No.
Massey, we're drafting like just worst things from the 2000s.
Everything?
Yeah,
everything.
Just anything 2000 to 2009.
I guess we'll just go until we're tired of it.
Let's set a quick rule. All right, you have to have something sports related.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do however many rounds, but because we're going to do at least 5, but something sports related.
Can we do 9?
Shut up, Kyle. Something sports related. Something pop culture, so movie, music, TV shows, and something like school related, because that's pretty much the height of our school careers.
Yes.
So something school related, something pop culture, and something sports. Fair? They don't have to be your first picks. You can pick 3 straight sports if you want, but you just got to have at least one of each.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So what's the random order there, reader?
Okay. Our order is as followed: Paul, Kyle, me, Massey.
Nice.
It's funny how it played out.
So say, Kyle, do you also think that he just said I was first?
I exited out my random generator, but I can.
Here. All right. So I'm gonna go first. No one's gonna take it anyway, but I'm gonna just take as a whole the entire 2000s from 2000 to 2009 Duke football program. They had 3 seasons where they didn't win a game in that.
It's actually impressive.
In that time span, including back-to-back 0-11 seasons.
Wow.
It's actually just impressive.
Yeah. And then in 2002, they went 2-10, and in 2007, they went 1-11.
Yeah, I can't even be mad at that. That's just like historically bad.
Yeah.
All right. I am taking the 2003 Detroit Tigers. They won. They went 43-119 with a winning percentage of .265, the worst MLB record of all time.
Also pretty bad.
Man, who was on that roster?
I can pull it up real quick if you want.
All right. I'm gonna take.
I got it right now, Massey.
I'm gonna take the 2008 Detroit Lions. They went 0-16.
Homer.
Let's see.
Everybody knows that your nickname in high school was Big Jungle Cat Reed.
Oh my God, they had their ace of the staff went 6-17.
Wow.
With a 4.67.
Imagine just for a second being in the hallway, like, "Hey, Big Jungle Cat, what's happening?"
All right, Massey, what's up, bud? You're up, kid.
I'm going to go ahead and go pop culture back to back here.
Nice.
Going Justin Bieber.
Nice.
Oh,
and Twilight.
I know what site Massey's on.
Bieber's not that bad.
Justin Bieber's pretty fucking bad, Kyle.
Well, I don't like you, but she likes everyone.
All right. I'm gonna go here with a pop culture, and I'm gonna select Glee.
That's fair.
I mean, it's one of those
Yeah.
things. I'm kind of just going off the notion that I've heard negative things from other people. I've never seen it myself to really make my own judgment, but it just seems like a bad time.
I'm going with Britney Spears shaved her head.
Pretty funny.
I like
All
how
right,
specific.
I'm gonna take a pop culture here and go with MTV not showing music videos anymore.
That was pretty bad.
Yep. And then I'm gonna double down on that and take 9/11.
God damn it, Paul.
I didn't
Was
think
that
it would
going
go
to-
that early.
Wow. No heart.
Well, it kind of sucked.
You know, Kendall once said that it's bullshit that we get Juneteenth off, but not 9/11.
Moving on. I will say that I think Paul would agree with the statement. Big shout out to BET Jams, just in general. It's cool.
Well, MTV Jam is the best.
You know what? That's what I meant to say, and I'm an idiot.
Moving on.
Hold on. I mean, Ashley Simpson was terrible. I'm not taking her.
That's the list that Kyle's on.
I'm not really even on the list. I'm just kind of going off the top of my dome piece. I just know it was pretty bad when Britney Spears shaved her beautiful head.
Yeah, that was a dark time.
I mean, Kevin Federline sucks too.
Hey, Kyle, you want to take Ryan Cabrera here?
No, because I don't hate him like you do.
And the real crime is that, like, I just found out about him, and that's what really bothers me.
Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I know. I'm the worst. I'm the worst.
And Kyle's
Give
going
me
to
a
go with
second.
this. Kyle's going to go with the first academic thing here. He's taking the protractor.
I mean, geometry.
The protractor is a pretty cool tool.
Any Compass fans out there?
Dude, I don't know any of the shit that's on this list. Why is that a bad song? God damn it.
Come on, Kyle.
I know, I'm the worst. I got it. Alright, I'm taking fucking Paris Hilton. I'm just kidding. Not taking Paris Hilton. I'm taking Time Magazine.
Why?
That's my school thing. Force that down my throat.
What?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they forced me to get a subscription in elementary school.
I know, man. It's so ridiculous. Okay. I am going to take...
I fucked up.
Yeah, we know.
Time Magazine sucked, though.
I need a ruling here, because I don't know if this is too broad. Just in general, myself being a bad student, can I take math, or is that too
Too broad.
All right.
Take
Math has
geometry.
literally existed since the beginning of time.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the thing, Kendall. You can give me a reason as to why math in the 2000s sucked.
All right. All right. I'm going now. I didn't have to take this thing, but I took something similar. So I'm going to take the Iowa test / CMTs.
Can I still reject that?
You
Why?
can do whatever you want.
Those sucked.
David?
Not at Time Magazine, though.
this beef with Time Magazine is so ridiculous.
Dude, elementary school, they made me get a fucking thing. I didn't want a subscription to that bullshit.
For a second, I thought someone was canceled.
Yeah, but it's not me.
I believe the Mass has back-to-back.
Wait to eat fucking Chef Boyardee after this.
What flavor?
I mean, there's no flavor to it, Kendall.
To have
Just what kind?
tuna casserole?
It's fucking spaghetti and meatballs. Paul, you still there?
I'm here.
Is Massey still here?
I'm still here.
So it's your turn, dickhead.
It's mine?
Yeah, you got back.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that because I had to close Discord and reopen it. All right, back to backs. Let's see. We already had the Lions go. We already had the Tigers go.
Time Magazine's gone if you didn't want that.
Yeah, make a note of that.
Bum 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 bum. So.
Can I
Massey,
take the 2000 fashion in general?
No, we're gonna take something specific. I gotta tell you, it's a pretty big bummer that I can't watch my TV.
You know you can
You can use
download an app
subscription to Time
to...
Magazine.
Kyle, shut up for a second. You know you can download a Fire Stick app so you can use your phone as a remote, right?
Yeah, but like I gotta get up and turn on the TV and everything.
Well, take
It doesn't.
picks.
I have an old TV, so it doesn't control the volume. So if I need to turn it up, I have to get up and turn it up.
Man, I don't fucking have any ideas here.
Losing my remote might be one of the worst things of the 2020s.
How about Furbies? Were those 2000s?
I think
I think
so.
Furbies were 90s?
I think so. I think that they were around in the 2000s, but I think they were brought to light in the 90s.
Okay.
Matthew,
The shit that finish and make the boys go.
What?
if you want, you can take the birth of my sister.
Wow.
I could, but I'm not going to.
You could take the birth of my brother.
I could, but I'm not going to.
He was right there and ready for this.
You could take. So you couldn't. You could take the conception of my brother.
I'm still gonna go with no.
I don't know what it looked like, but I can promise you it wasn't pretty.
I'm gonna go with the 2009 St. Louis Rams.
Imagine Paul Bear banging a bag of potatoes.
And then let's see for school. You know what? In a loophole, can I use something with school in the name?
Sure.
High School Musical.
All right.
Fair.
I mean,
Wasn't that bad?
High School Musical was awful, Kyle.
like how
Wasn't that bad?
Kyle jumped to the defense of Justin Bieber in High School Musical.
But
Kyle,
hating
something you want to tell us?
But Kyle hating every issue of Time magazine from the 2000s.
Does it involve reading?
It was my school thing, okay?
Yeah. Schools generally encourage you to read, Kyle.
Yeah, they encourage you to fucking make me buy a subscription to Time Magazine.
No, Kyle, that was FYE that did that.
No, it was Time fucking Magazine from
Remember
my third
FYE?
grade teacher. I mean, it's still around.
No, it's not. It went into bankruptcy years ago.
I mean, it's in the Meriden Mall.
Is there still one in the Meriden Mall?
There's one in
Yeah.
there's one in the Meriden Mall. There's one in the Milford Mall, or the Trumbull Mall.
Really?
I think the one in the Milford Mall's gone. It's either the Milford Mall or the Trumbull Mall. One of them's gone, but the other one's still there.
Oh man, I can't use them.
All right.
Whose turn is
It's mine.
I don't know whoever's after me.
I need help articulate what I'm trying to say here. So, the switch from fast food restaurants to like a super health conscious way they develop the menus. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it used to be like it wasn't really like super cared or regulated. Then the stupid supersized movie came out, and then it's kind of like all these restaurants kind of took a shift in like how people care about this type of stuff now, so we have to follow suit. And I just can't figure out how to say it.
I think that's worse than my fucking Time Magazine pick.
like
No.
the health movement in fast food.
Yeah. Yeah. The way exactly how Paul said it.
All right, there you go,
Thank you.
Kyle.
What?
Your turn, Kyle.
I'm going with the.
New York Post.
Shut the fuck up.
That was funny.
I'm going with the Atlanta Thrashers.
Nice. I got back to backs then.
Yep.
They're
Yeah.
bad.
I'm gonna go with socks with individual toe holes in them, and
I didn't know that was a thing.
and Scientology.
Massey, you
I think
show.
Scientology's been around longer than the 2000s.
Yeah, but Scientology in the 2000s was when they aligned with Al Qaeda. So I'm taking Scientology in the 2000s.
All right.
I'm up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm taking the pump sneakers.
Wow.
Nice.
Hate on the pump sneakers. I thought you'd be all about that.
Dude, they fucking suck. They're ugly and they blow up on you.
Oh man, I got one. Fuck! I wish it was my turn sooner.
God, did you even own a pair of the pump sneakers?
I did. They were the Carmelo ones.
All right. I retract my my further statements.
Yeah, suck my ass, kid.
I won't. All right.
Nobody should do that. It's not hygienic.
We
Man,
mentioned
I
it.
got such a good answer coming up.
We mentioned it before we started doing this, and I'm stealing it. Just in general, like Detroit Tigers.
I literally already picked them.
Nope, that was before we started.
It
that
wasn't.
was
He
my
actually
first
picked
pick.
them. Yeah, it was
That
the
was
first
his
pick.
pick.
Literally picked right before you picked the Lions.
I thought you were talking about that before we started.
No.
I did, but
Or he might have.
I also took them.
Oh, you rat!
It was my first round pick.
You Kendall, as much as I'll defend you occasionally, that was entirely on you, bud.
I wish we had like a whiteboard that was going constantly.
This is being recorded.
It's not about that. It's about the visual, and I'm not writing down everybody's picks.
Oh, I already lost this game, so it doesn't matter.
All right, I'm gonna take. Now we didn't place just we just had to cover all like the categories, right? We didn't have like a minimum of
No,
Yep.
you can take whatever you want.
just as long as we hit our.
Yeah,
All right,
I like how angry Kyle's getting.
yeah, because he's fucking dragging it on. I know I did that too, but like, fuck.
yeah, you can't do that. You can't like be the
I admitted
cause.
to it.
I
I admitted to it.
You leave Kyle alone.
no.
Leave Brittany alone.
He'll subconsciously eliminate you.
All right, I got one. The Zune.
You're gonna love my next pick.
I hope it's not what I want it to be.
Well, it's not what you want. It's not what you. It's not what you think.
All right. Kendall, are you gonna pick
Yeah, I just picked the Zune.
the Zune?
Yeah, remember that thing that was going to compete with the iPod?
The thing that you only remember it because of that Family Guy episode?
Ah, you were so right.
I know somebody that had a Zune and tried to brag that it would compete.
I know someone that has a Zune still.
Yeah, his name is his dad.
It's me.
Do you really?
Yeah, it doesn't work anymore, but I still just refuse to throw it away.
Hey,
I
listen.
can't wait to my turn.
If it comes to a time that you're going to throw it away, I'd love to add it to the Museum of Things.
It was one of those things where, like, I asked for an iPod one year. I got the cheapest version of it. It does the same thing. You don't get it.
Oh my god.
Massey, you taking the Detroit Tigers here?
You gonna take the 2004 Detroit Tigers?
See, now that's an acceptable pick. What are you really taking, though?
Oh, is this actually my turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
back.
Wait, this will. I've already picked 5, haven't I?
Oh, we said we were going to do a minimum of 5, but I kind of like this, so we're just going to kind of keep going.
Oh, okay.
Trips down memory lane, man.
Hmm.
Fuck those socks with the toes, though, man. Those are the worst.
What about those shoes with the toes?
Oh, the fucking Skeletoes or something like that.
Yeah, those.
Those fucking blew.
There was a kid at Eastern who
And
wore those
then-
pretty regularly.
Yeah, it was Kendall in the shower.
I was barefoot in the
Then-
shower.
We'll go with.
I got a
Hold
good
on,
would.
did this happen? Give me a
I gotta-
second.
Here, while Massey looks that up, Kendall, I got a would you rather for you.
All right.
All right. Would you rather have to eat a pound of liverwurst every day for the rest of your life? Or for 6 months, every morning before you get dressed for the day, you have to take a palm full of mustard and rub it on your crotch and then get dressed?
And there's no like a shower midway through the day. It's just that's how you are for the day.
No, yeah, you can't. You're allowed to shower. You're allowed to shower. We'll say you're allowed to shower an hour at 8 p.m. You're allowed to shower at 8 p.m. every day, and you can stay clean from the shower to the next morning. But for the next morning, when you wake up, when you wake up in the morning, you have, we'll say, an hour before of time between when you wake up and when you have to apply the mustard.
I don't think I could deal with that. I'll eat the pound of liverwurst
Every day.
every day. I mean that's
For the rest of
like
your life.
a sickening amount, but
Well, Kendall won't live past another 10 years, so that's not that long for him.
that's true.
At some point, you would just have yellow tinted nuts.
Yeah.
Probably. I have mine, by the way.
All right, go ahead.
Windows Vista.
Nice. I thought we were going to go with a different Windows.
I don't think that came out in the 2000s, though.
No, all right.
And you got a back-to-backer there.
I did my back-to-back. I don't remember what my first one was, though.
The shoes with the toes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take the Heinz colored ketchups here.
Nice.
Not that there was like anything
All
wrong
right.
with them; they were just unnecessary.
This makes up for my Time Magazine pick. The tag team of La Resistance.
It's very funny. 'Cause I'm all WE here. The mid 2000s rebranding of ECW, and
Dude,
then
we were in the same mindset.
it's so funny. And then I'm gonna take this one. This guy gets a lot of hate, especially in the internet world. But I think Massey's either going to be like, "Oh, I'm so glad you took this," or "I'm so pissed that you took this." But I'm going to go ahead and take Clippy, the office assistant from Microsoft Office.
Fuck Libby. Yeah,
Tag
go
team here.
eye in a hole.
Do you guys remember?
Another tag. And this one's better than the other one. I'm taking the tag team of Maven and Simon Dean.
So Kyle's basically just going to start ripping through WWE tag teams.
Those are the two worst. Mostly because you don't even know the name of the other fucking live resistance guy.
Isn't sure one of them was named Croissant?
Croissant? Maybe.
Paul, what were you
We
saying?
all know the other. We all know one of them.
Rene Dupree.
A poodle.
So it's Kendall's pick now?
Yes, but Paul, what were you
Yep.
saying before the Maven pick?
Did you guys know who Clippy was?
Yes. Big fan of Clippy. And I also like that scene in The Office when Daryl's like, I'm looking for the little paperclip. He say things to you like, hey, it looks like you're trying to write a resume.
You're a silly weekend.
Thank you. Okay. What is that noise? Is that like a pipe organ?
No, someone's getting an Apple delivery.
Okay. I am taking dial-up.
Right.
Though kind of, probably dating into the 90s, it was still very popular in the early to mid 2000s.
Okay. All right. Massey? Massey, are you there? Am I here?
Well, you're here.
You're there.
Oh, I'm here.
Just
So
no
Massey,
Mass. Massey has disappeared.
you think Massey is going to take Bing?
He should.
Oh, or Ask Jeeves?
Those are some terrible ones.
Kyle, are you just looking up bad tag teams now?
No. But let me tell you something. I love those two picks.
You should go with you know who should be your next pick, Kyle? Right to Censor.
Oh, man, they were so bad. But it was still funny because Val Venus and The Godfather were in it.
Val Venus and the Godfather being in Right to Censor is some of the best WWE writers of all time.
Steven Richards and fucking Bull Buchanan and Ivory.
It's just a shame that we never got to see the tag team of the porn star and the pimp. It's like he hires them and I fire them.
Man, we could just talk about wrestling for the rest of the day. I'd be happy. Because I've been watching on Peacock old
There's nothing.
episodes of Raw and SmackDown.
Look, I've watched so much wrestling just like the rest of you, and there is nothing that can spark a longer debate and conversation than 1997 to 2002 mid-card wrestlers.
So good.
I could
just scratch this and start talking about that.
I could talk about Val Venus till I'm dead. Hello.
Hello, ladies. Ah, man.
And all those vignettes of him were so ridiculous. Like just him in a
I'm
towel.
looking up the list.
And it's just the white towel every time. I mean, and then just the other guy. What does everybody need? Head. Everybody want?
There's the Mass.
Did somebody pick for me?
No,
yeah, we picked.
It's your turn. We were talking about mid card wrestlers. Although I will say before Massey picks, I forget what pay per view it is, but there's a pay per view somewhere where there's a hardcore match between Al Snow and Hardcore Holly that goes out into like a dirty swamp behind the building.
That is so good.
Yeah.
I'm a big hater of Al Snow, but that particular match that you're talking about is golden.
So Bruce Pritchard, the guy who played Brother Love, he has a podcast and I listened to it and whatever, and he was talking about one time in like the 90s. It was sometime around like the Shawn Michaels got hurt and had to vacate the belt or whatever, and they were having like a meeting and they were asking like the veteran wrestlers like, what direction do you guys think we should go? And Hardcore Holly raised his hand and he goes, "Why don't you put the belt on me?" And Vince goes, "And then what?" And he goes, "And then I just beat the shit out of everybody."
Ah, man. Remember FBI?
Oh yeah, full-blooded Italians.
The worst fucking faction of all time.
I don't know, man. Mean Street Posse might beat them.
Yeah.
Did you
I
know
would
that,
consider them a faction.
did you know that Mean Street Posse was just a bunch of Shane McMahon's friends from Greenwich?
Yep.
All right, Massey, go ahead.
I'm thinking. Keep talking. Tell me about your first car.
No, more.
No, fuck that. Orlando Jordan could suck my ass.
Steve Blackman.
Yep. A-Train, Prince Albert.
Oh yeah,
That
Steve
guy was
Blackman
like. Okay,
Steve
Paul.
Blackman had a tag team partner for a
Oh.
while. Who it was
2004 Hockey Strike.
nice, Mass. Good for you.
Al Snow was his tag team partner.
Oh yeah,
And Rip Steve Irwin.
was that the 2000s?
Yep.
Fuck.
2007, I think.
I might go.
Oh, those fucking guys.
I tell you what, I got back to backs. I could go
2006. Sorry.
when I have back to backs. I could go birth of my brother and birth of my sister. It really just derailed this whole family. But it's Kendall's turn.
Okay.
God, remember when Crash Holly used to come out carrying a scale all the time?
Yeah, I watched one the other day where Crash Holly and Viscera were tag team partners.
That was the best
It
part.
was great.
The best part about wrestling was it was like, just shove these fuckers together.
Okay. I'm gonna take those anti-piracy commercials.
Like the ones at the beginning of the movies.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't steal a car.
You don't know me.
It's like, why don't you screw off there, guy?
I absolutely could if I would.
Tell you what, if a car was as good as Grown Ups 2, I would have sold it. Kyle,
But,
you're up.
man, I was not paying attention. I'm just looking at all these mid-card wrestlers.
We'll just pick any of them.
I haven't found one that I hated yet.
Nunzio.
He was already part of FBI.
Oh, so pick Umaga before he was Umaga when he was Rosie.
Kyle, you
You
can
mean-
take
Hurricane's sidekick?
Kyle. You can take either Primo, Epico, or Hunico.
Or
I
Epicac.
think all three of them. What was their faction name?
Epicac. It was Primo, Epico, Epicac.
They went through
Ah,
many versions of themselves.
Yeah, they sure did.
I mean,
I think
Jeff
at this
Jarrett
point,
sucked. You know what? TNA. TNA's terrible.
TNA was awful.
I'm going with TNA.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'll just round it out here, and then we can kind of just gabble about other things for a little bit. I'm just gonna, if Mark was here, he would really refute this, but he's not here, so ha 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 ha. But just all of the reality game shows, Big Brother, Survivor, The Amazing, all of them, they all fucking suck.
Yep.
They're all terrible. I don't know how.
Versus Amazing Race.
Here's the thing. I can sit down and watch Friends or The Office reruns forever until I'm blue in the face. But like a live game show like Survivor, like it blows my mind that Mock can just sit down and just watch it. From 2003.
Yeah, and not even that. Like to just listen to it in the car.
I couldn't do it.
That is a bizarre thing. And I mean, the only other person I think that may do this is maybe the Mass, is have like a movie or a TV show on like while you're driving.
Oh, Massey does that. Massey does that exclusively.
It just, I mean, I get it. I sort of understand the comparison to like, oh, how is it that much different than listen to a podcast or whatever? But I don't know, just it just seems.
You know how many times Massey's pulled up to disc golf, and right on the little glass pane where his speedometer is his phone playing Letterkenny.
Listen,
Yeah.
if Mass, if you want to explain to me why I'm just not getting it, I am all ears.
It's just one of those things, man. Why do you poop in the shower and throw it into the toilet?
Okay,
Bingo.
I don't understand it. I was just saying this like a couple shows back. We cannot go 2 shows in a row with this not being brought up. It's impossible, and it's just it's so untrue and fabricated. Like the amount of
It's not untrue.
but
You
it's
pooped in the shower and then tossed it in the toilet.
You have told us this.
Right,
It's
no,
on the show.
Right, no, but the point being is, it makes it seem like it happens every single time in the shower. That's not the case. It's something that has happened.
In fairness, I said, "Why did you?" Not "Why do you?"
I thought you said like you made it. All right, I get it.
A guy I work with has one of those CD books, and it's filled with 120 DVDs, and he just listens to movies while he drives.
Wow.
He puts them in the CD player. He last Thursday, he was one of the merchandisers of Total Wine. He pulled up and he was listening to My Cousin Vinny.
I tell you what, I don't know why I need it, but I have a hard time just driving to just music. I don't know why.
Here's the thing: I don't think it's any different than listening to a podcast or anything like that. I think it's just something. It's noise that entertains you. It comforts you. You know, we can't all be sociopaths like Kendall and drive in complete silence.
I do that.
Oh, I don't like that.
Not all the time, but I do that.
Now, somewhere there's a T-shirt that says, "If you drive in silence, there's a 100% chance you've thrown poop from your tub to your toilet."
It's a lot of words on a T-shirt, but no, but the real reason being for the driving in silence was from times working at the radio station. That's really the only reason, just because there was not a break, just whatsoever. So like anytime,
Of music.
Yeah, just of music and just content all the time. I mean,
I would like to revisit an earlier portion of this episode in which Kendall proclaimed that he welcomes all of the advice on things to watch and whatever, and he does them and has enjoyed them. Kendall, I have recommended at least a dozen podcasts, and you've never given them a shot once.
podcast I've definitely lacked on, but other things like TV.
I wouldn't even say lacked on. You haven't even started.
Well, that's not true because I mean, so sports shows like Tony Corner has a show like two Bears, One Cave. I have seen clips and stuff from other mediums like that would be
to a podcast.
No, I understand that, but that would be a reason why I just, it's not that I'm unaware and haven't like seen content, but I guess that's all I'm saying. It's that like I'm not entirely like, oh.
Thing is that you said you take our recommendations. You don't take our recommendations.
I do very much so.
Not all of them.
A great deal. TV shows.
That's it. TV shows. It ends right there.
Well, TV shows, certain YouTube things. Good Mythical Morning was a great example. I mean,
EMM is fantastic. I just watched their Carolina Reaper video again today.
Kyle's favorite video from Good Mythical Morning of all time, Post Malone singing nursery rhymes.
I mean, that was great.
That is a pretty good episode.
Kyle's that's
Mostly because Rhett kills it.
I enjoyed that dip guy was very amusing.
What was his name? Kyle. What was his name? Coyote Peterson?
Something like that.
I remember the mud jugs and all that.
Kyle.
Okay. We watched that guy for like a week.
Yeah, but
then we stopped watching him.
We had everything because we watched everything he had to offer. Kyle and I found him, and we didn't stop watching him.
Who was it?
It was. I think his name was Coyote Peterson. I think is the guy that does all the dangerous animal shit.
Yeah.
I forget what this guy's name was, but he just he reviewed chewing tobaccos and like chewing tobacco products, and like people would send him like things to do with chewing tobacco, and he would like do them or whatever. And there was one time where he made the ham dip. So he took Grizzly Straight and sprinkled salt in it and let it sit, and then when you put it in, it tasted like you were dipping like a slice of fucking honey ham. Let me tell you something. Guy was spot on, but man, did it chew your fucking lip apart. That guy tricked Kyle into buying a $40 tin of Swedish schnapps.
It was
That's very
strawberry.
funny.
It was watermelon.
Oh, watermelon. It was not good.
That
No,
dates
but
back.
the tough guy,
Tough Guy wasn't bad.
That's Maple era. That's how far that dates back.
isn't it crazy that Mock slept over more than Kendall at Maple? That's my favorite thing is not when you razz Kendall, but when you blatantly lie about something.
And Mock drank more at Maple than Kendall.
That is just. I'm just like absolutely sick to my stomach right now.
I think Mock only slept over once.
I was gonna say the only people that drank more than me at Maple were the people that lived there.
No, you drank more than Jeff Maple,
Well, that's probably true.
but you didn't sleep over more than Kyle.
Well,
Kyle lived.
No, I lived
I
there.
would say Kyle was there basically. We'll call it 6 days out of 7 in a week.
Well, I was a good friend because
There was a stretch from like January 1st to like March 1st where Kyle like only left to go to work.
our dear friend of ours was going through a rough time, and I didn't want to leave him alone.
I
what
would
a
say
good
though,
friend-
would you agree or disagree that I average at least 3 nights at Maple
Over the course of the whole year?
over 2?
No, I'm saying like over the course of that whole year, do I think you averaged 3 nights a week?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's probably close.
because I feel like there
It was even
was.
close to my numbers.
No, it's not. Kyle, you take that title with no one even coming close to sniffing your socks.
I feel like there was at least
And-
one weekend day, whether it was a Friday or a Saturday, and then when we were playing softball / recording, well, it was nice too because when I was working just promotions, my hours were pretty available.
It was so funny. I would be there when they both went to work.
Yeah,
I think there may be a few times that Kyle and I were just in that house together.
yeah, it was pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
Man.
but I bought so much Domino's.
Facts. I mean,
I remember one time Paul went to work. He was coming home like around 2 or 3, and I made him like lunch.
remember that.
Well, I bought him like Chinese food or something like that.
Kyle also has fastest, biggest mess maid ever made in a new apartment.
So
What was
funny.
We were there. So, Mass, the Jeff and I had moved in that day. That night, later that night, Kendall and Kyle came over, and Kyle just tripped over the coffee table and spilt a whole Pepsi carpet.
And that stain.
Spilled
I made
a
up for
what?
that.
And that stain stayed there for the whole year.
He spilled a what?
Whole can of Pepsi.
Ah,
I made up for it.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Somewhere, I would imagine it's on Kendall's phone, but somewhere there's a photo shoot reel from us as Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, Massey, you have not seen these photos. I don't want to do it now.
Great time.
I'm gonna sprinkle. I'm on the road tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna try to sprinkle those in tomorrow night at some point. It's a little at a time.
It's so funny. So,
That
Massey,
was such a great time.
yeah, when I lived at Maple and Jeff was living there, and so Kyle would come over and we would do sports franchises where the 3 of us would play and like Kendall would watch. He didn't want to play video games. He liked to watch them like a psycho.
I like to watch.
But so we did one season of 2K where we all played on the Atlanta Hawks, and I bought us all custom Atlanta Hawks shirties, and we would wear them when we played.
But I commentated the games.
Jeff was such a ball hog.
Oh yeah,
Gave himself like a 99 dunk package.
it was always funny too. Whenever we would do whenever we would play like 4 games in a night, because Kendall would be like, I need to take a break from commentating.
Yeah, because basically it was me just talking for just by myself. I mean, I would interview the guys, but basically it was me talking for like 3 straight hours.
It's actually pretty funny.
And the nice part is,
My guy was always the most successful when we simulated it, though.
Always. Whenever we would simulate our careers, it would always be that Kyle would always be. He would be around the. He would win the most championships because he would just go from winning team to winning team. Jeff would always be the first one to retire. Kendall would always steal all of my defensive player of the years, despite me averaging 6 steals and 9 blocks a game. But because Kendall got 12 rebounds a game, he was the best. And then Kendall would just fucking randomly get traded to a championship team halfway through the season.
yeah, I definitely stole a lot of rings.
My guy was always the guy. I always stayed on the same team. I never left. Everybody else would always leave. I would always stay put.
And I don't know why.
And
That was all about money.
As boring as it might sound to like the listeners, it is just very entertaining for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just because.
Well, the thing was like the it was more like just kind of like this. It was just bullshitting, and then like that was just happening in the background.
Right.
It's like going to a bar to like watch a game, and you're just hanging out with your friends bullshitting, and like you're watching the game, but like that's not the main focus of the night. But yeah, Matt, so when you do 2K, you give your player, there's 3 attributes that you can pick from. You can like change the sliders on.
Yeah.
For if you simulate, so there's loyalty, importance of winning, and importance of money. So like whenever we would do it, like Jeff would always be like a 25 out of 100 on loyalty, like 75 on money, and like 100 on winning, and then like Kendall's would always kind of just be right in the middle. Mine would always just be all loyalty, no money, no championship, and I would sit on the same team and just lose over and over again for free. And then Kyle's was just play for winner. So Kyle would play his rookie contract
Pay
out.
for money.
No, yours was play for winner because you would always bounce. Because yours was always play for winner. Jeff was money. You were winner because anytime you were a free agent and the team won a championship, you signed with that team.
Yeah, I was on the Pistons a lot.
Yeah.
That's one thing we should all get together, everybody, do that and make like a drinking game out of it. That would be a lot of fun.
I
Every
think
time your guy gets hurt,
I tell you
take a
what,
shot.
I thought of a cool drinking game that we should do. So we all get together, and what we do is like we just all pick a time. Like so like Kendall goes to the bathroom, right, to pee. We all pick an allotment of like time that passes before he has to pee again, and whoever's closest doesn't have to drink. Everybody else does. But every time Kendall gets up to pee, he has to do a triple shot of Jack Fire.
Oh my god!
And we play for 12 hours.
That sounds like not conducive to healthy.
Well, see, for us it'll be fine because you just take a drink. Here's the thing: if Kendall pees 100 times in that 12 hours, you just have to take 100 swigs of beer if you're wrong every time. So, like, I mean, realistically, how many swigs do you think it takes you to finish a 12-ounce beer? If you're just casually taking a drink, maybe what, like 8?
Yeah.
So over 12 hours, you're drinking like 12 beers. That's not a big deal. Kendall's going to have to do like 12 triple shots of Jack Fire. He's going to drink like a handle of Jack Fire.
Yeah, that doesn't sound healthy.
Mass, what's more important, your health or Kendall's health? To you.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
I mean, I want my boys to be healthy.
Right, but you can't enjoy their health if you're not healthy. I'm just saying. You know, like you can want Kyle to be the next head coach of the Philadelphia Phillies. But if you're not around to see it, what does it matter?
I mean, talk about blacking out pretty quick.
Well, see, that's the thing, Kendall. You don't black out. You just need a minute. No, needs a minute. You
Miles
just
needs a minute.
what's this thing, Kyle? What's the thing, Kendall?
That's the bottom line.
Bottom line,
That's
baby.
the bottom line.
That's why that orange sign is so important.
What's my thing?
You just start laughing uncontrollably. You try to talk about something extremely uncomfortable from your past, and then you pick somebody and you just don't stop hugging them.
Usually Pat.
Then your body
Sounds
goes
fair.
fully limp, and then we have to full Nelson you to the bathroom.
Oh, I thought of
Yeah.
I thought of another fun game we could do that would really drive Kendall nuts.
What's up?
So we all over the course of a year just go to visit Kendall and like Rebecca, like with our significant other or whatever, just like once or twice, type of thing. But we find a way and we just pocket something from the Museum of Things, but don't tell them.
That's actually pretty funny.
And then at the end of the year, the four of us all hang out without Kendall, and we send him pictures of us holding all the things.
That would be kind of funny.
So
I got a better idea.
Okay. We break all the Johnny Walker glasses.
Oh my god!
Also hilarious. I'm already started on that though.
Yeah, but you know what you haven't done yet, Mass?
What?
You haven't thrown a Johnny Walker glass from the shower to the toilet.
That's true. So Kendall has to go in the other room for 5 minutes, and we're allowed to take like 5 things from the Museum of Everything. And he has till the end of the year to tell us what we took, and if he can't, we get to keep it.
So I'd like to put a twist on that. He
Okay.
has to guess. He only gets a certain amount of guesses each month, and he has to guess what's missing, but he also has to guess who took it. So like let's say for example like the duck phone, like if he knows it's missing, type of thing. He has to like waste one of his guesses each month figuring out who it is that has it.
Yeah, I can see that. Although, I guess that has to come with a caveat for him that if he gets an item back, it can't be taken again.
I mean, here's the deal. I'm taking that duck phone and never giving it back anyway. So
See, that'd be a good game because I think the move is to try to get something very subtle, like something that there may be like a lot of out on display that like I wouldn't off the top of my head know how many of I have like on display. Like I'm looking at it right now. I got like those little MLB like batting helmets, and it's just kind of a mess. So like if someone took like the Padres one, would I really even notice until I like set it up?
no, I tell you what, I'm taking something and then I'm leaving on the table behind it a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue.
That would be a nice exchange.
All right, I'll trade you the duck phone for a Johnny Blue.
Ah, I can't.
Case of Johnny Blue.
Well, there'll be other duck phones, I guess.
Give it to Kendall. They're just all dummy bottles filled with fucking blue liquid. Hey, Kendall, how fast do you think you could chug a bottle of blue curacao?
Not very fast.
Massey,
What?
how fast do you think you could chug a bottle of butter schnapps?
Ugh.
I remember that time at Eastern when you came back from your house and you just pulled a fifth of butter shots out and put it in the freezer, and you're like, this is delicious.
Yeah, and I can't even drink it anymore.
It was just funny because it reminded me, there's a scene in Friends where Ross and Joey are like drinking this like Midori type melon liqueur that was in the apartment from one of the girls, and like Joey takes a drink and he's like, oh my god, and like Ross is sitting there and he's like, this is fucking good, and then he sees that he's like, oh, he goes, yeah, this is not good. All right, well, I think it's time to wrap it up. We've lost Kyle, so
I'm here.
hi Kyle.
Hola.
I am super excited to turn my phone right off the minute this is done and go to bed.
How
Not
long was
without
your
telling me first.
What'd you say, Kyle?
Not without telling me first.
I can't. My phone's about to die, Kyle. I'm sorry. I literally have.
I will hurt you.
You have to
What
go.
are you supposed to be
Water
telling
was
them?
great.
He wanted me to watch these 2 YouTube channels and tell him what I thought about them, and I've pretty much I've been dodging telling him what I thought about them for the past like 4 days, and it's really irritating him.
That's very funny.
Yeah,
It's
Matt-
not.
Massey, I'll call you in the morning and tell you what I thought about them.
I'd actually enjoy that.
All right, but hey, while you guys do the closing, I'm just going to sign off. All right,
Okay.
No.
Kyle, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I will call you on your phone.
How are you going to use my phone to call me? You used to call me on my cell phone.
Anyways, water was good.
I think Kendall was the only one that enjoyed a bev tonight.
No,
Well, you can say.
I partook as well.
No. Hey, Massey, have you dipped into that Cristalino yet that I gave you?
Absolutely. That's what I'm drinking tonight.
And, I'm excited to hear your review. So Massey drinks a Casamigos Reposado Cristalino.
Very smooth finish. Doesn't really need anything to go with it. I'm trying to think of how to describe. A slightly smoky, but not really flavored. It's a very mellow smoke.
Smoky, you say?
Yes.
I'm a fan of that attribute in liquor.
All right.
Just wanted you to know.
All right.
It's really weird, Mass, because I can't tell you how many times I've walked into Kendall's house and he's dumping liquid smoke in his red wine.
You know, that's actually very funny. What is this? I think this smells kind of minty. Maybe this is. I don't know. Whatever it is, I fucking like it. It's good.
That's all that matters. Kendall, how was your red wine?
I had San Giuseppe's Cool Sweet Red at 7% ABV. I can't imagine this is a very expensive bottle of wine. I got this a whole bunch of cases
I got
for
your
free.
actual drinking wine.
Yes, I'm just kind of running low on everything. For what this is, this probably is an under $10 bottle of wine. It's very sweet. It's a type of thing that you drink a bunch of glasses and you just get a headache. But it's very serviceable. If there's someone who's not like a big drinker, especially not of other stuff besides perhaps beer and wine, this would be right in your wheelhouse. There's really not a lot of depth to it. It's sweet and alcoholic. But for what it is, we'll give it 3 stars out of 5.
All right.
Nice. And where can they find us, Kendall?
They could find us at Facebook and Instagram, Getting Sports with a Drunk.
Go ahead.
Twitter, GSWD_4.
Make sure you use the hashtag GSWD for all your daily uses, whether it's soft tossing fecal matter into a toilet bowl or out subconsciousing your own subconscious.
Like, subscribe, follow, and I take it back. Our Instagram is also GSWD_4. We changed that a while back. I'm just so used to the old way of things. But Getting Supposed to Drunk, if you type that in, you're gonna find it. We're everywhere. Google Play, iHeart, we're everywhere. Give us a search.
Well, thank you for listening to another episode of Getting Sports with Junk. I don't know what we got next week, but it'll be something.
Always something.
Yeah. I do believe that we're going to have a special guest on, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have Paul That's Nice to Kendall.
I might have to miss that episode.
Yeah, there's no promises. He might be sick.
Well, I'm looking forward to our next in session, whatever we do.
Yeah, he's been sick for some time, so. But, what are you going to do? Well, all right. So we'll chat next week. I don't know what. But until then, I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
Mock Souls.
Chris
I
Massey.
was Mock Massey Souls.
Mock Massey. Mac Boss.
And the Rat of Red Baron. Meow.
Yeah.